What's up? Welcome to the breakdown. So what we have here is a very basic move. We have the mini band around our middle of our foot here. That's going to help activate our anterior tib. So the muscle goes right in front of the leg here. Once we do our dorsiflexion or pick the foot up here, our next move is going to drive this knee going straight up. That's going to help strengthen our hip flexors. Now, a lot of people have tight hip flexors. Just because a muscle's tight does not mean it's strong. So we want to strengthen that up. So we dorsiflex first, then drive the knee straight up. Now you're looking for a couple of things here when the leg's up. First, we're going to look at that opposite hip to see if we're dumping into our hip. We're also going to look at the shoulders to see if we're leaning from one side to the other. Now, depending on which way you're leaning is going to depend on what you need to work on. Then we're bringing the leg straight down. Again, staying dorsiflexed the whole time as we drive up. The other thing you want to look for in this position is what the opposite foot here is doing. For some people, what you'll see is the big toe starting to lift up. If the big toe starts to lift, you'll see the knee starts to lean out, and you'll see that hip start to lean out on that side as well. So you want to watch for a couple of those things as they're lifting the leg up, hip drop, hip hike, all that fun stuff, as well as the shoulders starting to shift from side to side. With this drill, what we're working on is trying to maintain a tight midsection so the body doesn't sway from side to side. Again, we're trying to strengthen up the hip flexor on this side, as well as the anterior tib activation on this side, as well as the big toe on this side, or working on balance by driving that big toe down to the ground and short footing with this bottom foot here. The band pulling up also, so as you lift the leg up, the band pulling up on the bottom here is also giving some stimulus to the bottom of that foot to help keep that big toe down, help maintain our balance. The other thing you're going to look for on this exercise, we'll show you from the side view here, is that anterior pelvic tilt. So you're going to look to see if the person's dipping too far forward or too much of a forward lean when they come forward. Now, just for drill purposes, we want to maintain posture. So you want to see if the body's straight up when they lift the leg up. However, obviously, when you run, there's going to be a slight lean forward. But in this position here, for this drill's purpose, I'm only trying to isolate this area and work on this. So I'm trying to drive that straight up. Obviously, when you run, you're not going to run with a perfectly straight posture. You're going to be leaning slightly forward. So as a dorsiflex here, pull that leg straight up. Watch for that pelvic tilt. So see how I'm maintaining posture here. You'll see some people start to dip forward or back depending on what their weakness is on that position. And again, just a very basic drill to help get that anterior tib. If you have runners with shin splints or issues like that, this would be a great drill to work on for them. Just trying to help strengthen that up as well as strengthen that bottom foot. Again, pushing the big toe into the ground to help with our stability. Trying to short foot to maintain a good arch in that bottom foot. And that's our drill for hip flexors with the mini band around the middle of the foot. Talk to you guys next time.